The controversies that he were created to make some uh, embarrassing moments for him. For example, in the 400-page odd books, there are only two lines where he's talking about Farooq Saab, and he says, and he's openly saying that he's the fit man for much bigger roles in politics. As he's written in his book also, the great Shia uh, cleric has said that entry to India is from Kashmir, as far as politics scene goes, everything, which is more true now than ever. And in that, he's seen from close quarters and all aspects of it. Farooq as a man, Farooq as a politician, and his considered opinion is he was two steps above his father, who was actually the creator of this. He's saying this because Sheikh Saab was very simple, and he had the company of Pandit Nehru at one side, and on the other side he had Mahatma Gandhi. These two people were his guiding lights, and hence there was very little chance of his going wrong. On the other side, Farooq Saab is alone in the political world and everything. And but about one thing he learned from his father, and it was clear to him that Kashmir and him and his party will always be with Delhi, no matter who comes and who stays. And it was a very mature decision in the sense, if they ever decided to go to Pakistan, they would chew them up और पीक जैसे निकाल के फेंक देते. There would be no future for Kashmiriyat or Jamhuriyat and for that kind of culture that is existing. But he took that considered opinion and he stuck to it. The best part is that he was many times misunderstood. He has written a very passionate piece which we were able to publish today, in which he has said कि ना हमारी इधर कदर है ना हमारी उधर कदर है, and we are almost यहाँ हमको लोग दिल्ली का स्टूज मानते हैं, वहाँ हमको ट्रस्ट नहीं करते हैं, because the whole family, the Sheikh family, sided with India when it came to partition, and they could never forget that, and hence they could also never forget Farooq Saab. And it is rumored, I hope it's not true, the biggest bounty on his head from Pakistan was on Farooq Saab's head. But in spite of that, he has a series of, as they are called, betrayals in Delhi, who never gave him his due. And the reason was probably this, that he was unpredictable in the manner he would respect Delhi, but at the same time, he knew the roots and the power comes from people. So he had to keep their aspirations, their hopes, and their thing alive. And he did it beautifully for almost, he was made a National Conference chief in 82 and resumed at this thing. And as soon as he became, Rajiv Gandhi called him over, he said, because they were the same type, the same sect, and gave him the honor कि भाई अब तुम संभालो. एंड वो जो उस वक्त चीफ मिनिस्टर उनको हटा के पदच्युत करके उनको बिठाया. और आफ्टर अबाउट 7-8 months there was the elections. That elections, it is rumored, I hate to say this, in Delhi, I was in journalism that time, younger and more active. It was rumored all over that it was rigged elections. Probably they didn't, Indira ji थी उस वक्त, शायद नहीं थी. Rajiv was very keen to give him the chair, but he was also could not take the risk of the voting for separatist party or separatist element. The separatist element has been there right from the beginning, and but somehow you have to keep the flame flying, burning, and he did it beautifully. But then he was removed because he was he could be Delhi's man, but more than that, he was his own man as far as Kashmir affairs went. Dullah Saab has seen all that at close quarters, not only as a friend, philosopher, and well-wisher of this thing. In fact, in BBC, when he and Farooq Saab were sitting on a panel in this thing, the chief of BBC that time, I forget the name now, he, after the discussion, he says, you people are like two peas in a pod, so much like each other and so much knowing each other and so well connected thought process में कि क्या बताया जाए. And Delhi also used him whenever they wanted to get to Farooq Saab. But they would not like him like Farooq, they would not like to trust him with a very open hand because he was maverick, he was nobody's man as far as Kashmir went. And he would, but in spite of that, this was a very tough time for him and he was really heartbroken when the day was, I'm coming to the two famous lines which have caused a havoc in Delhi's journalistic and Kashmiri politics. Dullat Saab has written that we should discuss everything with him, right from, I don't know what to say, appointments to dismissals to everything. So he was talking to him and he said, ये जो Kashmir का 370 is the thing, 370 have been removed in such a drastic and such a sudden manner that I don't understand. And if they had talked to me earlier, I am so much for Delhi that I probably would have got it passed in the assembly also myself. This line has caused havoc. He was always a very independent man. And Kashmiris got a chance to beat him up. ये तो दिल्ली से मिला हुआ था, इससे ज़्यादा क्या होगा कि he said I would have got it passed. And that is still causing a lot of uneasiness in his professional circles also. He says, yeah, there's a limit also you can tell. ये एक पर्सनल दोस्ती थी, इसको एक सार्वजनिक रूप नहीं देना चाहिए था. Well, I disagree with that completely because he's been in it and he knows it and used to be one of them, and I expect all administrators here, and some of them are very senior and very experienced and very knowledgeable. Please share your knowledge so that it's an education for the people who are coming after you and they share your experience and this thing. But that was taken very unkindly, and his last book, and it really touched by the in IIC India International Center, when his book was released, the one before this, it was Farooq had come all the way from election ke beech mein to attend that function, and he's attended all his book launches wherever it was, London or Delhi or anywhere. This time he didn't come, and he finally said कि भाई आप नहीं आएंगे इसलिए मैंने सच को चाहते हुए आपसे कहा था कि मेरा बुक लॉन्च है. I didn't, dates were confusing, but you did come and I'm very, he said मैं आता कैसे नहीं. And this time he didn't come. It showed an annoyance publicly, but he didn't say anything very harsh or this thing. But other quarters in that really dragged on this controversy to milk it down to the last political advantage they could draw out of it. In my opinion, as on today, I would like Dullat Saab to share his observations about Kashmir right from 53 onwards, when Sheikh Saab joined Nehru ji ke NSA, opted for India, and then he felt betrayed ki when it came for him to he interned him, he arrested him because they could not, he could not understand, and Sheikh Saab couldn't understand that Nehru ji had his own compulsions in Delhi after the refugees have come into from Punjab, Pakistan. The feelings, the anger, the emotion were so high that to give the somebody a special status was something not pachta nahi tha. So he was afraid if there was a condition in that agreement that there would be a plebiscite. And it was more of a theoretical this thing than anything. And Farooq has said it time and again, that was a fig leaf. We just wanted to keep Kashmiris with us, and for that you have to give them something. And that's why he also talked about autonomy. He said कि I am here for autonomy because उनको कुछ तो ऑफर करें. We are not asking for separation from India. We are asking for हमें गवर्नेंस का वो दर्जा दीजिए जो और राज्यों को दे रखा है.